Okay, so we're down to it. The best of the best. Who's staying? Hey guys, thanks so much for clicking on the video. This is my review for RuPaul's Drag Race. This is season 13, episode 13. Like I said, we are down to, there's 5 girls left. Honey, the top 4, who are they going to be? It's definitely one of those type of feelings, honey. Who's going home, child? One of them things. Cynthia Erivo was actually here with us as a guest judge. We started right off with Gottmik. She's excited about the whole thing with talking to the judges at the end of the last episode and the possibility of her having a career in stand-up. And look, I'm here for it. That definitely is exciting because that's an exciting life. Hard. Stand-up is hard. Hard work. Draining work. But it can be very rewarding. And I think she'll be okay. I think she'll be right along those lines. I don't see her being as good as Bianca, but I think she can do it. I do think she can do it. Bianca's fabulous, but I think Gottmik can do it. She's so smug. Oh my God. Anyway, so look, with this challenge, we had the Hammy, I Shrunk the Drag Queens. It's a movie challenge. It's an acting challenge as a whole. We start right off. Candy and Simone want the same role. Now, I'm going to say this. I'm about tired of Simone crying. I get it. You don't want to disappoint anybody. This, that, the other. We've drove that point home. Cut out the crying. We ain't got no more time for it. We have no more time for it. This is just shit now. Are you staying? Are you going? What are you going to do? But crying, and we ain't got no time. So they go back and forth. I knew how that was going to go. I knew Big Girl was going to bully her way, and get what she wanted. And she did. She did. But that's the good thing about Simone, because Simone can make it do what it do. She just got to get out of her head and just go over there and do it. Shortly after that went down, Scarlett Johansson shows up on the screen, and she gave him a little bit of mentoring and talked a little stuff to him, whole Black Widow style and all of that there. It was cool. It was cool to see her. She said, if you don't believe in yourself, nobody will believe in you. Okay? So that was the advice that she gave, which really helped Simone about having a small part. Having a small part and making it work. So you got to believe in yourself. If you believe in what you got going on yourself, then you can actually bring other people into it and build around it. And that was like perfect. That's perfect. And again, they kept saying there are no small roles, and that's the truth. That's the truth. Sometimes it is the most insignificant thing that sticks out in a whole movie. And I'll give you an example. And this is an old movie. Ferris Bueller's Day Off. It's a comedy movie from back in the early 80s. Okay? The movie was about, I couldn't even really tell you everything the movie was about. The movie was about, it was about a teenager. It was like a teenage comedy. And it was a day off of school or whatever. I don't even know what all was going on in the movie. But there was one part in the movie, there was a little boy on a bike who sold newspapers. Little boys deliver newspapers. And this little boy comes through. It ain't have nothing to do with nothing. And he was chasing them down to, I want my $2, the $2 for the paper money. And that, to this day, now it's 2021. I told you this came out in the early 80s. The little boy riding on the bike with an attitude saying, $2, I want my $2. That is the one thing of the whole movie that sticks out to me. And it was so insignificant, yet so funny. So funny. And here it is all these years later. And that is the one thing that I remember about that movie is the little boy and the $2 on the bike. Hilarious. So, no, there are no small parts. Because I damn sure don't remember too much more about the movie with the jokes and the punchlines. But the little boy on the bike with the $2, yes, God, honey. And that's the first thing that comes to mind when I think Ferris Bueller's Day Off is that little boy on that bike. Child, hilarious. Anyway, so I got it. I got what Scarlett was saying. Moving on. So they went to coaching with Michelle and Carson. I saw right away. Naturally, you know the movie's gonna be cornball. All this little stuff they do, just cornball. The little cornball child, corny. But Gottmik and Candy and that damn cattail was hilarious. The whole thing of them rehearsing it was hilarious. And I said, oh, wow, I wonder how much of it they're going to use when they actually go through this. It was cool. It was okay. But the rehearsal part was funnier for me because there was just that she was cutting a fool. They were cutting a fool with that. And the little part, it was funny in the little skit, but the rehearsal part was funnier. That was funny. Moving on to the runway was Hot Pockets. So it was really all about an outfit with pockets. That's how I felt about it. The cute one was Rose. Rose did have a cute outfit. Does Rose look old? Something, I don't know what she does that makes her look old to me. Like she just, and I don't know. She just has a old, maybe her spirit is just old, but she just looked old. And maybe it's because she is she really ain't that much older than the girls there, is she? But she just looked old anyway. But, you know, whatever. And I hope y'all get what I'm saying when I say she looked old. She just remind me of old, just old. Something old about her, like just old. But whatever. I don't know. Maybe the hair wasn't right or so. I don't know. But it was a cute black and white outfit. It was cool. I like Simone's version on the pockets. Is a denim extreme palazzo pants jumpsuit. Really, really cute. And Gottmik's outfit was sickening. Do you hear me? Sickening. With, it was watches and chains made into like fringes. And it was like, it was sickening. It was fashion, honey. You know, look, you can't read Gottmik's clothes at all. That hoe's clothes are on. And then she had like to open the like a flasher and had all these watches. Like she just stole all these watches and carried on. Funny. It was a serious fashion moment, but then her makeup, you couldn't, it gave it that clown effect that made it Gottmik. But even if it was like done with pretty makeup and just, just as a fashion moment, very editorial, it would have definitely worked. The look was hot. It really was. Anyway, let's go on. So, in the movie, the little movie clip, things did turn out well for Simone, as usual. Candy fought for the role, but what ended up happening, it really was more of the same. So it kind of stuck her in a box. So, being the big bully, trying to get that role, it didn't help her out any. It was cool. Olivia, completely same old, same old. Same old, same old. And just really... It told the story. It told the story that maybe your time here is up, girl. I don't know. Because it was literally, this was the same as the last challenge. The same character. Over and over and over and over again, no matter what. You're typecasting yourself. Let's see. Rue ended up asking the girls the dreaded question, honey, who should go home and why? And why, honey? Then there was this whole silence moment with Olivia, with her and Rue, honey. They're just sitting there looking at each other back and forth. I said, girl. You better say something, bitch. Standing there like, I'm not going to say myself. You just did. You just did, goofball. Honey, and then she came out with Candy. Candy. Child, everybody else said Olivia. I said, oh, girl, good night, honey. Anyway. Then, Gottmik just went on and threw her on under the bus, honey. Just threw her right on under the bus, honey. I said, okay. That Gottmik went on into some whole explanation, girl, and said, you know, of all of us, she seems to have started off good, and it's been a decline. I said, girl, now here you go saying too much. I was like, oh, them was them deadly questions. Like, child, am I going to lose a friend when I get done with this question? Probably so, honey. Anyway, so Rose ended up winning overall for everything. Something about that wig. I think it was that wig, that white wig, and the way that something about it. I just didn't. Maybe the hairstyle was too young, and that's what was making Rose look so old to me. Something about it looked old. Leave it in the comments. Do y'all think I don't know, was it me? Or does somebody know what I'm talking about? Child, help me out with this one, you guys. In the comments, honey. I'm going to be watching. In the comments, what is the disconnect that I'm having with Rose? The outfit was really cute, but just... I don't know. Anyway, I'll look at the comments. Moving on. So we got Candy and Olivia end up in the bottom, and they did Strong Enough. Miss Cher, I said, uh-oh. You gotta go. So they got started. They did it. It was boring. Candy's outfit for Hot Pockets was horrible. It was horrible. It didn't look good. It was half falling apart. It was horrible. I don't even know what she was getting at. That wig was terrible. But anyway, she was trying to do like that whole Harajuku look. That was horrible. It just made her look fat. And that was really the truth of the matter. The way it was hanging on her and the way it just literally made her look fat and stuffed in. It was awful. It wasn't good at all. It didn't look youthful. It just looked big and cumbersome, and it just was bad. It just was put together poorly and everything. It was weird. I think that was really one of the worst outfits for her this season. Anyway, during the lip sync, she pulled the old drag queen on Drag Race trick and threw some glitter up in the air. I said, girl, that was corny, honey. Corny, honey. It's old. It's tired. And we're over it. The way that they were doing the number, Olivia was given very friendly drag number, and Candy was given not so much, honey. But it was kind of inevitable. Olivia went home. So that is our top four, honey. Our top four is Candy, Simone, Rose, and Gottmik is our top four. So let's see what's going to happen. But all in all, this episode, it was a little dry. It was a little dry, but it's cool. No problem. I think things will pick up again this week coming. But this one was a little bit dry. All right, you guys. Later.